What is up, Watch fam? Happy Tuesday, and welcome to this week's episode of In the Metal. Today, we're going to be diving into 3 very different and particularly rich vintage watches. So let's do it. Let's start with this, without doubt, one of my favorite chronographs of all time, and it's actually quite modern. It's the Heuer Carrera, reference CS3111, and while it looks just like one of the original Carreras from 1964, this is actually a re-edition, dating to 1996, and I have got to say, they hit this one out of the park. Well before the mainstream popularization of the reissue, this Heuer Carrera was much more of a true homage as opposed to a cash grab. And they got everything right on it too. The dial configuration, the finely pointed pencil tips on the hands, the 36mm steel case, and of course, the manually wound chronograph. These do not come up often, I'll tell you that. But when they do, I'm delightfully reminded of, well, the fact that they exist. Change directions quite a bit here, we've got this, a truly refined and complicated piece from Vacheron Constantin. Reference 47052, it belongs in the patrimony line, and it is, yes, a triple calendar. But it's not just a highly complicated piece from one of the world's finest manufacturers. It is executed wonderfully. Day, date, and moon phase can be clearly read in each of their respective subdials. And on the outer chapter, not only can the month be read, but yes, the week of the year. To me, the annual calendar represents a ton of value. Really, you're getting so much of the bang of the perpetual, but in most cases, for a fraction of the cost. And this particular example, cased in 18-karat white gold, is, in my opinion at least, so much more subdued than its much more common yellow brother. And now for something a lot less subdued. A Rolex Datejust, reference 1601, in a solid 18-karat yellow gold case, which is, if you can't already tell, razor sharp. Absolutely unpolished, which is, particularly in yellow gold Rolexes, almost impossible to find. Don't get me wrong, I love the Day-Date. It really is one of my most favorite watches in the world. But to me, the vintage yellow gold Datejust is hardly known, markedly more rare, and in the eyes of so many vintage Rolex collectors, quite a bit more desirable. So that's it, geeks. A little sneak peek into 3 of this week's 6 new additions to the watch shop at theoandharris.com. I highly recommend you head on over and check them out.